Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. I hope you enjoyed the last video that I did. I think it was the Cotswolds vlog. I really enjoyed filming that. It was sort of just for me, I will really, just to have a look back at, like, just to remember what, like, us going there and everything like that. But I just thought it'd be quite fun to like post it and make it into a video for everyone to see. So yeah, yeah, so I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I don't know if my head's a little bit too cut off, I might also slide down. So lots of things have changed, and I just wanted to sort of update you a little bit on what's happening in my life at the moment, and do a little video about my stammer, because I know that like a lot of my content, like some of my content is about stammering, because some of my content isn't about stammering. Okay, that's better. And I just thought I'd do like a video about my stammer. I've had people DM me and things like that. I do apologize that I feel like I've got a bit of mark on my face. I don't know what's going on. I think it's my mascara, I don't know how it's up there. Yeah, sorry, so back to the subject. I've had some people message me and ask about my stammer and like what kind of stammer I have, because obviously on camera I don't tend to stammer. Yeah, so I'm actually, again, just a disclaimer, I'm filming this in my flat. I moved out, that's another video I'll be filming. There's a few videos I want to film related to that soon. I'm filming by myself in my flat, so there really is like nobody around. And a disclaimer, my speech has been really bad today, and it's been really bad recently, and will be for a while, because I've got a really big exam in 10 days, so and I'm really stressed about it. Yeah, I'm really stressed, so all my mind energies and everything is going on it. I had a little bit, this isn't related to my stress, but I had a little bit too much wine last night and I've got a headache, so I hope I don't seem too, like, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna get into the video because otherwise it just gets too long. So basically I've just compiled a few questions, got a few questions that some of you guys have DM'd me through my Instagram, just asking me about my stammer and what kind of stammer I have. So while I try and get this question, the questions up should be here somewhere. There they are. I just wanted to say that my stammer is, when I do stammer, it's sort of like one of those stammers that it isn't like a repetitive, like I don't repeat a word. I sort of do a lot of things when I stammer. I usually either drag the word along, so like if I want to say like repetition, say that's, you know, a word, I'll probably just go for a while. If I feel like I'm able to say it and it's just like a little block, then I'll do that. But if I feel like I'm gonna be blocking a lot and I won't be able to get it out by doing that, I usually just try and repeat the word quickly, like the first bit of the word a few times, and then that usually frees it up. If it's really bad, I'll probably end up, if I'm having a bad day, I'll probably end up trying to push out a lot of words and things like that. And I can notice if I want to say something quickly and people are waiting for me, I tend to, my face usually sort of twitches a little bit, like my eyes and stuff, which I don't really like to talk about too much. Like I don't really want to focus on it, because obviously, like, I don't know, it just makes me feel a bit uncomfortable talking about it. But yeah, my face does sometimes like contour, and when I'm trying to get things out, I probably usually yeah, try and, I don't know, like I don't really do anything with my hands, but I just sort of like probably like tense my whole body, really trying to get it out. But I think that's normal for my stammers. Like I think, yeah, you do tend to tense up your body and things like that. So So somebody has messaged me a few questions, and they sort of explained how they feel about it as well, so that's quite interesting. Okay, so what sort of goes, this is basically, I think what he's trying to say is what goes on in your mind while you're stammering. And I had to really think about this when he said this to me, because I didn't actually know really what I was thinking, but then I had to think about what I was thinking. And I usually think my mind, either I find that when I come to a block, it's usually that my mind has often wandered off somewhere, and then I get nervous, you know, and then I can't say. I need to say, I'm not really sure. I don't know whether this is going to help. This is my own personal experience of what I do. And then another time, if I block and I'm stuck on a word, like I'm going or I'm saying it over and over again, my mind then does wander off as well, because I think, oh, what are they thinking? So I probably think about what the other person is thinking of me at that point. It depends how well I know them, or I'll just think in my head how frustrated I am at the situation. So I'll just be like, oh god, like this is a bit awkward, or I need to get it out quickly, I need to get it out, I need to get it out, and I either get it out or I don't for a while. Worst case scenarios, like if I'm at college and I'm stressed because I don't see these people all the time, I'm a little bit more worse with them maybe. I'd say, look, or like when I have a block, I say, oh, I can't say it right now, and like anybody that I really talk to is just like, it's okay, it's fine. And yeah, so I either after that can say it, or sometimes when it's been really bad at my other workplaces, I've just usually just like said, oh, I'll write it down on a bit of paper or something, or I'll tell you it later if it's not that important. But yes, yeah, so that's sort of what happens to me. Lots of people said, asked me, it isn't just a few, is there any letters or things you get stuck on more than others? And I would say no. I tried to have a think about this over like a long period of time. No, anything that's like more of a harsher word, like R's or T's or S's or B's, things that you have to sort of really use your mouth for. I don't know, I don't really know. No, not really. Basically that's, yeah, I don't really have anything as specific that makes me stammer. But any word. Okay, so if I feel like a block is happening, sometimes if I'm talking to like a cashier, like I had this situation today, if I was talking to a cashier, there was something that the guy was like, oh, do you still want it because the ex was dead? And I was going to say no, because I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get to the store in time if I need to return it. It was that. I sort of just say as much as I can say it. If I'm thinking that there's a block coming up, I sort of just end up whispering it by the end. So I'm like, oh, because so if I feel like there's a block happening, I'll sort of end up just whispering it, and chances are the people just don't hear me. They're not like they didn't, yeah, they're just sort of yeah, they're sort of just, I think sometimes it gets me a little bit down when I have to talk, when I have to sort of adapt my speech to make sure I don't stammer and then people don't hear me, because I feel like everybody wants to be heard and they want their opinion to matter, and everybody wants to engage and have that human interaction, that positive human interaction with people. And I think that's sometimes something that gets me down. Like today I would have liked to have had a laugh with the cashier, but instead I was just like, yeah, no, that's fine, I'm gonna go, okay, bye. Like I sort of just avoid situations a little bit more. So that's sort of how I prepare to sort of stop the conversation if I feel like I'm going to be blocking. If I have to have the conversation, sometimes I'll breathe differently. So I went on a stammering course well over 5 years ago I think now, and they taught me how to breathe differently. So it's more of a deeper breath, so it's a little bit like a short but powerful breath, and then talk on. So once you've gone, hold it, and then you say it, and then as you're saying it you breathe out. So sometimes I do that. Yeah, I did that in school a lot with the register and things like that. If I know I'm gonna stammer, sometimes I just stop for a bit. I don't try and force it out. Maybe I'll wait a little bit, like give myself up and like it'll be fine. Even if you do stammer, it's gonna be okay. Like that sort of thing. Like sort of like mentally psych myself up. Or if I know I'm gonna stammer and I haven't started talking, I'll sort of just say it quietly a few times and then start saying it louder. I don't know, these techniques don't necessarily work for me all the time. I still stammer on the regular basis, especially when I'm nervous or stressed about something. Yeah, so yeah, one of the other questions was, so if you feel like a really big block is about to happen, how do you sort of cope with that? And you're really flustered, you're really stressed. I don't know, personally I still don't think I deal with that as well as maybe I could do. I'm a little bit harsh on myself. I think, oh god, like I've ruined that situation for myself. It could have been easier, but I could have flowed more, would have had more of a conversation if it wasn't for my speech, like. But yeah, it's sort of like not, yeah, I don't know really. There's so much I still need to work on with my speech, and especially within my job, it's such a talking job. I still face daily challenges on the smaller things. I'm still learning how to deal with my stammer and, you know, different techniques that suit me, and things like that. So yeah, I definitely haven't sort of like created an amazing formula yet.